Well, good day to you, YouTubers. Greg Nelson here. I want to share a video with you of my experience of the last couple of days. I have an '03 Chevrolet Suburban, and I was needing to change the transmission fluid in that vehicle. And on the Chevrolet Suburbans and many of the half tons that share some of the same parts, General Motors put a drain plug in their transmission pan. Not all cars have that. It's kind of rare actually to see that these days, and so it's a nice function to have, because you're able to drain the oil out, most of it out, so that when you release the bolts around the oil pan, that it comes out without spilling all over the place. And so it's a nice idea to have that in there. It's a great idea, but it wasn't a very good design by General Motors. I came out, got my car up on the jack stands, and as I went to put my ratchet on this bolt to loosen it out of this drain pan here, I noticed that it was a very thin bolt. It wasn't very deep. And so when I put my socket on there, I thought, this might strip. There's not a lot for it to bite onto. And so I was worried about it. So I brought my jack in, and I jacked my ratchet up from the bottom to hold it up in there really nice and tight up against here, so that everything would be on here really tight. And I got my cheater bar out. I was really proud of myself. I had outsmarted this thing. And I went to turn my cheater bar, and it just immediately rounded off the corners of this drain pan bolt. And I was a little frustrated. I noticed that the metal was very, very soft. I thought, I wonder if this plug is made out of aluminum. So I got my magnet out, and I tested it, and no, indeed it was metal. And so I ruled that out. I went down and started driving around talking to people that might have a tool to help me remove this now stripped bolt. I tried a pipe wrench, and I tried vice grips. It just made the situation worse. And so I started going around. I went to some tire shops and some auto mechanic shops, and nobody seemed to have any tool that could get this off. I know they make those sockets that they grip in reverse, and so that as you're taking something out, it's biting down as you're undoing it. And we couldn't get any of that to work. So I went around the world twice and to 8 county fairs and couldn't find anybody that could get this off. So finally I got out the MIG welder, and on top of this bolt, if you can come in a little bit here, Tyson, and my son Tyson here running the camera, I MIG welded a bolt, a deeper bolt, onto the end of this plug. And the plug was already ruined, so I wasn't worried about ruining the plug. And then I got my air ratchet gun out, and I took it up to high pressure, and I just barely zinged that air ratchet, and off this thing came. So I have no idea why it was so hard and why the metal was so soft and was stripping out, but I know there's a lot of people from watching YouTube videos that have had problems with that. And so I hope this helps you. The quickest, easiest way is to just go weld a little bolt onto the bottom of there, and it'll come right out. So everything was in good order. But I wanted to get another plug to put it in, and you might be thinking, well, why? You've already got the pan off. You've already dropped the pan. Why are you worried now about the plug? Well, the answer is because the next time I do this in 30,000 miles or whatever, I want to make this much easier than it was this time. And so I went down to AutoZone. And AutoZone had a much nicer plug, a really deep bolt on it, so you'll be easy to get your ratchet on there and get that off. And this is like $5. And the dealership wanted, $25 for a new one of theirs. And why would I buy one from the dealership that didn't work the first time and pay $25 for it for a second time? So anyway, I bought this at AutoZone. It screws right in. It's fantastic. So that's what worked for me after a lot of trial and error, after doing a lot of things. What ended up working was the MIG welder and an air ratchet, and it came right off. So I hope this is helpful to you. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about how to get the oil pan off and different things with your Chevrolet Suburbans or probably your half-ton pickups or whatever. But this bolt that came on here was an engineering disaster. And so I'm just going to discard that and let that go away. So I do want you to know that no swear words were used in the making of this video or in this entire project. So I'm becoming a better person day by day. So anyway, thanks to Chevrolet for a less than stellar engineering feat. Thanks to YouTube for allowing us to share our successes and failures online with each other. Us do-it-yourselfers got to stick together. And thanks to you, YouTube Nation, for watching the video, and hope you're having an awesome day. See you later.